I staked the helmet in a meadow like a bait station next to a deer stand. I waited a week. And then he came. He would never stop coming until my head was his. Of course he knew it was an ambush. I was counting on that. I set up an obvious, rudimentary trap. Just enough to give him some sense of danger and confidence in avoiding it. I needed to get hit. I needed my blood on the ground. Because once he got a taste of it, and once he got a hold of that helmet, he'd think he'd already won. I suppose I could have rigged the helmet, poisoned the air filter, nested it with a bomb. But over and over again, technology has been the Yalja's failing. He surrounded himself with it. Just like he surrounded himself with trophies. Like a boast or compensation or some shit. To feel right about taking him down, I needed to prove that I was deadlier than the death he wore. A little help would be nice, Muramasa.
This is not my enemy. If I help you, it would be like a parent who does a child's chores or schoolwork when they whine. You will never learn.
Shit.
This thing has clearly been studying your claws, your fighting style, and the martial arts. I am detecting everything from Shurin Ryu to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Someone is going to die today. Let us see who is the better student. If you die, I'll forge your soul into a sword. And if this thing dies, it will make a worthy substitute. Either way, I'll be entertained. But remember, Logan-san, if you truly want to know you're the best, keep your claws and your anger sheathed.
Sometimes a smell in a cabinet or a song on the radio can bring back a lost memory. The sight of the bear skull helmet and those claws blew some of the dust out of my skull. I remember the hibernating grizzly. I remember luring the young Yalja into that cave. That armor, that regalia of his. It's a statement. No different than the Comanches wearing war paint or the berserkers draping themselves in wolf pelts. He's been waiting all this time in the cold black cave of space. He's rising up now to pull me into his jaws and finish things as they began. Fuck this. We're doing things my way. Come on, let's go. Claw to claw. The fuck? You going to hide? Get back here. Don't run away from me.
Logan-san, that thing was not running away from you. He didn't come here to fight me any more than he came here to fight your enemies. I'm sure you two will meet again, assuming we survive the hand.
My enemy saved me in Japan, but it was my friends who trapped me in New York.
Wolverine. You missed dinner with the students again.
Sorry, Chuck. Gotta make my rounds.
I'm not exaggerating when I say they spend half the meal looking at your empty chair. Especially Kurt and Kitty.
They're better off with me out here.
Couldn't you take a night off from keeping us all safe?
I got a long trail of bodies behind me. Most are enemies. Some are friends. My skin don't scar, but my heart sure does. I try not to get too close to anybody. I try not to call any place home for long. Because death always finds me. I stupidly let myself believe Westchester was an exception.
Logan, what is happening?
We're under attack. Get the professor someplace safe.
Where are you going?
Those missiles hit the upper floors. That's where the kids will be. Head downstairs. Do not go outside. Anybody up here? Kitty! Kitty, you okay?
Logan? Look out!
Excellent suggestion.
Damn it, Elf. Stay the fuck out of this. That goes for all of you. Keep away from me.
But Logan, you don't have to do this alone.
I don't want your help, Nightcrawler. This just proves what I always knew. I shouldn't be here.
Logan!
Rogue, that you?
Logan, what should I do?
Nothing. You should do nothing.
I can touch him. If I can take off my gloves and touch him, I can...
No. You've got me, okay? Just don't hurt her. Don't hurt anyone else. You've got me. I hadn't given up. But I had given up fighting him here. We could take this to the stars, as far away from these kids as possible. Hey, bub. You sure you got the right guy? I'm double the trouble. Danny, you shouldn't have... You shouldn't have come.
Guten Tag.
You're supposed to study your prey for weaknesses and vulnerabilities. A soft underbelly. A nest of eggs. The Alja had found mine. It was the friends and chosen family I had found among the X-Men. But they also turned out to be my strength. The Alja managed to cloak himself and scramble back to his ship. But I couldn't let something like that happen again. So I lured him back to a place where it would just be the two of us. The river is where I'd make my last stand. The good mud waited for us here. A dog can smell 100,000 times better than a human. Bees can see ultraviolet light. Birds can sense magnetic fields. I've observed the Yauja long enough to know that he registers heat signatures. The mud was my primitive version of a cloaking device. I gave him a blind eye. When I leaped down on him then, it was with the gravity of 100 years of war. I admired him as much as I hated him. I imagine the feeling was mutual. He cooked me with a few thousand volts. And whipped out what looked like a ceremonial dagger to finish the job. I let him make a sheath of me. We would end this eye to eye, tasting the blood in each other's breath. For a fatal moment, we were one and the same. I thought that was the end. But he refused to die on my terms. I didn't recognize the numbers, but I knew a countdown when I saw one. He was going to get that trophy, even if he claimed it in his grave. But here's the thing about desire. Once you get what you want, you realize the wanting was the real pleasure. So in those final bloody seconds, when the hunt finally ended, I hope he felt a century of disappointment slam into his heart. Not sure how many days passed, but when I finally pulled myself out of that smoking crater, I felt like a lit cigar crushed out in an ashtray. There was an emptiness inside me. It took me a while to realize where it came from. I missed having him out there. Nothing makes you feel more alive than a gun pressed against your temple, or the cold lick of a knife at your neck. So I was gonna be a little deader every day I lived without him coming for me. At least he left me a dangerous trophy. I see my reflection in his blade. And I'll remember its keen edge every day of my damn life.
Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you guys enjoyed this half as much as I did. I thought this series was absolutely fantastically written and very well put together. We will be starting X-Men series. We'll be telling a lot of the Jim Lee and Liefeld runs on X-Factor, X-Force, and X-Men. So keep an eye out for that. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, smash that like, and definitely leave me some comments. I like talking with you guys. Till the next one.